Alright, so we got another competitive breakdown here. This one is from my buddy L0. He sent me this on Discord. If you guys want to send me your replays and get them on the channel, look in the description. It tells you everything you need to know, everything I need from you to make that happen. So, yeah. Alright, so L0 here, of course, he's playing Fernando. He's in Plat 4. Now, let's go ahead and look at the teams here. I'm surprised how you get Fernando. Fernando's such an impactful, powerful pick. But arguably, their tanks are a little more dangerous than even Fernando is, at least on this map. I noticed they have no damage, so I'm assuming the Pip is going to go Catalyst. It's always so surprising to see a team without a damage on it, because like, everyone wants to play damage, whether they're good at it or not, so it's so weird when a team doesn't pick it. That also puts them at a big disadvantage, though, so you guys definitely have a disadvantage. You have two powerful damage dealers. Ying's not the best healer, but if they're more comfortable on Ying, then they're better off on Ying than like Maldamba or something. Ceres is pretty easy too, but I've seen some out there Cereses. So right now you should be going to the point with Makoa. You guys should be locking down the point, getting that situation squared away. Pip is melting you because of Catalyst. I don't know why you put your barrier down. You should be out of there. You know that Pip has Catalyst. You know that he has a self-heal, basically a self-heal. There was no way you were going to clear like the distance fast enough to kill him. So yeah, you should have been out of there. You should have been on point with Makoa first off. I think he died alone on point. But in that specific situation, you should have ran. Okay. Pip is getting away right now. You have Ying. You guys should be grouping up. Not going in alone. You are going in alone. You pop your barrier. I bet you felt forced to there, but now your barrier doesn't really protect anything. Ying is above you. Makoa is on point with you. You're not really protecting anything but yourself with a barrier. This Grumpy's gonna be huge. Does anyone get picked off from that? Genos does die basically because of it. That's a big pick. That's like their main healer. Pip's not gonna be healing anybody with that little like non-mega potion heal of his. Alright, so you clean up Pip. You and Makoa are on point fighting the other tanks. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's gonna be a big Grumpy. Okay, you and Makoa kill Ash. That's good because BK went for Torv. That was great. That was very well coordinated there, even if it happened by mistake. Right now, you should be up with Shaolin zoning, helping him. He's vulnerable right now. Makoa is the one who should be playing the defensive role here. You both are two aggressive tanks, but Makoa is better suited for defensive roles than you are. Now Shaolin's getting melted because he's vulnerable. Again, I don't know what you're barriering here. You could have just ran up to Pip and like focused him if you were worried about him damaging your team. Also, that ult. What was that? Okay. Fernando ults should be used as team ults, to protect the team. But you were using it as a team ult there. Guys, never use a Fernando ult like alone unless you have to stall for time. Never use it alone. Use it as a team ult. That's like a big mistake I see Fernando's doing with their ult. But L0 right here, your Shaolin was at 75% health, and the Genos put you and Makoa at half. There was no real need. There was no immediate need to ult there. You guys, even at half health, you're both tanks, so you're gonna survive. And one of you probably had a barrier there, so I don't know if I feel like it just wasn't really needed. You weren't saving anyone. Like the whole point of a Fernando ult is to save like your teammates and stuff like that. That wasn't really happening, so it's a wasted ult in my book. But yeah, here you have to be very, very careful because, again, Ash and Torv together, very, very dangerous on this map because they can easily push you off. You got to make sure to position yourself correctly. Like right here, you get knocked back. You make the wise decision to not move towards the Ash, to stay here. So if she boops you towards safety and not towards the water. So that's good. That's good. But where's Torv? You have to be wary of Torv too. And there it is. Torv gets both tanks. You gotta be very, very careful to always know where both of those tanks are when you're pushing like that, when you're pushing by the water. Or even if like you're not pushing, if you're defending by the water. Like if you're by the water and you're dealing with these tanks, just be aware of where they are, like at all times. At all times. At all times. Alright, so Ash gets away, that's fine. Right here, you shouldn't really be worried about fighting Torv. Like, right now, Torv is getting a lot of ult off you. He's getting a lot. When Torv locks his beam onto a tank, he is the one getting away with value. Like, tanks, they don't want to 1v1 each other. Ever. Because it's a waste of time for both tanks. They could be doing something else that's more important. Torv, he does get a lot of ult off it, though. So that's a big reason to not try to like fight a Torv if you're like a tank. Like pretty much the only time you should be like engaging with a Torv is if like one of your damages is trying to burst him down and you get in Torv's face and you know you stop him from attacking your damage, so your damage can have free reign on him. That's pretty much it though. You shouldn't really like be fighting him because how much ult does he have right now? Oh, he's dead. I can't see. I can't see. Whatever though. Pip is off doing whatever. You can probably kill him, just charge at him. Instead you barrier. Don't know why. That was a wasted barrier. You don't have Aegis. You have Fireball. You have your Fireball legendary, so your shield isn't going to come back a lot. So you gotta really pick your moments for when to use that. Alright, Torv is 100% ult. I feel like he'd use it here if he really has to. So you gotta be aware of that. You guys should be positioning yourself to where he can't push you. And yeah, there's no real coming back from that. He gets both the tanks off. That's a successfully defended. Again, I'm going to say it a few times this game. Torv, Ashe, very, very powerful on this map. Very, very powerful. If they had a damage, I feel like they would have like the big advantage over you guys. If they had like a damage instead of the Sky, oh my god. I feel like they would win, like hands down. Like there'd be no way they can't, right? Because they'd have the Genos for healing, they have like the Pip for flanking and damage at the same time, and like you know he could sort of heal. And if they had like if they had like a Drogos, Drogos was probably banned. I wouldn't doubt it. I bet Drogos and Willow were banned this game because if they had like one of those, oh my god, would they destroy? Would they destroy? That's probably why they were banned. Pretty much, like from what I've seen, anything below Diamond is just Drogos and Willow bans. That's it. And then above Diamond and like Diamond above, it's like Leanne and stuff. Again, you're flanking off to the side. That's a lot of wasted time. Depending how the situation went, you could have been there if you didn't get chickened to ult and protect your chickens. But you know that might have not happened. But it's still best to exercise like going to point and not like flanking around like that. You just want to like lock down the point, right? You just want to lock it down. You're ulting alone. One thing that was good about this ult though is that like when you're Fernando ulting, you want to make sure you have your barrier ready. So when you come out of ult, you can put your barrier up, get any cauterize that's on you off of you, and then your healer can heal you, like what happened right here. That was a good example of that. But you still don't want to ult alone. Here, there's nothing really immediately dangerous for you to worry about having your ult for. Like if the BK was on the enemy team, you would want your ult for that BK all the time. BK ult is never gonna get anywhere when there's a Fernando ult around, so. But yeah, there's nothing like really immediate for you to worry about here. Right now, you and Makoa should be swapping roles here. You are both on point again. There's no zoning happening. There's no zoning happening, so. I see these mistakes being repeated, so it makes me think that you are not aware of these mistakes. So I'm glad you sent me this so I can make you aware of these mistakes so you can like work on them and get better at them. But yeah, talking about your ult again, I guess Sky's ult is something you could immortal, but it's easy enough to get away from. If he pops it in the middle of point, like right there, you're probably not getting away. So it would be good to have it for that, but a Sky ult is a Sky ult. You know, it goes through barriers and stuff, but it's not like incredibly dangerous. Alright, so Makoa's ulting, you don't seem to like know which one you're attacking here. You're like attacking different ones. Definitely want to focus down a target. Probably like Genos. You could probably get Genos there. Dang. A Sky ult. Got the Ying. So now you have no healing, and Sky is tearing, dude. I bet that Sky is debilitate, because she is doing tons of damage to you guys as tanks. The Sky is pretty much Makoa's problem. He's the one that should be watching out for her, playing the defensive role, hooking her, killing her so she doesn't affect the team. So I can't really say anything like as far as the Sky goes is your fault. That's the Makoa's job. Alright, so you guys are grouped up now. You can definitely push in. When you want to push in with Makoa, you don't want to let him go in alone. The ult definitely ensures that nothing's going to happen to him, though. You guys have definitely won this team fight. There's no way. I think, like, what? Sky's up and somebody... Okay, just Sky now. Sky's dead. Sky's so dead. Alright. So, you guys have total control here. You just want to, you know, keep in mind how long it's going to take for Ashe and Torvald to get back. Because, again, you are pushing. You are by the water. You want to be wary of them. The Torv hasn't used ult in a while, so you can probably imagine that he has it. I can see that he has it, but you know, it's like a mental thing you have to keep. Obviously, you don't have like the enemy's alt charge on your screen at all times. What is that alt? What is she doing? All right, okay, that's confusing. All right, so okay, I want to talk about this a little bit. Okay, so pushing in that, like, right there, that little area where it's like a straight shot for Torv to all people off like that, pushing like that is very dangerous with a Torv, right? So what you did like the right thing. You like sought him out and you tried to get his attention. That should have been done a little bit earlier, and somebody else should have probably went with you, like Shaolin or BK, so you guys can get the Torv. Like, it's important that Torv is dealt with when you know he has ult in like that little area, because it's almost impossible to position yourself like when you're pushing there to not get knocked off. It's like almost impossible to. So it's something you have to like actively seek out and deal with. So like you or Shaw should have been like, hey Shaw, or like, hey Bomb King, yeah, or like, hey Fernando, whatever. Let's go take out this Torv before he destroys us. It's okay though. It's still tied up, everything like that. Obviously still winnable. You bought resilience, I guess, for Torv. Oh, resilience is actually really good here. Actually, yeah. Resilience is really good. Torv can still knock you off with his ult, but it definitely like protects you from like Ashe and like Pip and stuff like that. So, Genos Void Grip too. Yeah, Resilience is really good here against their team comp. It will save you. Enough of it will save you from getting knocked off by Ashe. Torv, you know, not so much. That's like continuous knockback beam, but I mean, it could save you, but not as much as it would save you from like Ashe. Alright, flanking again. I don't know. He ran past the Pip and went all the way to a Torv. Okay. Alright. Okay. You could have stopped. Like, you saw that Pip. You could have stopped that Pip. You could have killed him. You could have kept him from ulting your team by killing him. But you go all the way around for a Torv. You feed Torv ult charge. And you barely do any damage to him. Then you get on the point. You waste your ult. And you bury yourself and die. And now you're staggered from Makoa. It would have been better to just die sooner there. Okay, there was a lot wrong with that play. There was many mistakes with that play. Oh, poor Shaw has no horse. There were many things wrong with that play. Again, you should have killed that Pip. And not, like, flank around to steal with Torv. Even if you didn't kill Pip, you should have left the Torv alone and went for somebody else. And maybe had, like... Maybe when you heard the chickens, you could have like charged on the point and ulted to protect the chickens. I don't know. Anything, literally anything, would have been better than what happened right there. That was pretty massive as far as misplays goes. All right. Well, Makoa is trying his best. He's ulting. He killed 2. Will he kill the Ashe as well? He helps kill the Ashe. Shaolin gets the Ashe. So your team is definitely, you know, you guys are in a really good spot here. Like there's like what? Yeah, you should be going into zone. Yes, good. Go to zone, not the Torv. Don't pick the Torv to fight. Alright, you're going to get out of this alive. It would have been better to go, like, you know, to attack some of the people you saw going right instead of the Torv. If the Torv, you know, even if the Torv gets past you and runs the point, he's going to get melted because he's going to be the only one on there because you're zoning the other 3 people that ran, like, you know, to the left. Did I say right earlier? My bad. To the left. Also, again, you're fighting Torv. All you're doing is feeding him ult here. He has his ult, so you're not really feeding him it, but you're still wasting time, right? You could be off attacking like Pip or Genos or something, or helping like your team deal with them, but instead you're here spraying down a Torv. See, tanks, they really shouldn't 1v1 each other. It takes too much time. If the other tank is weak, then by all means attack them if you're a tank, but like right here, like so much of your time is being wasted dealing with this Torv. Okay, this Torv is doing... Okay, I expect this from 2 squishies, like the whole like bobbing and weeping thing. Just like charge at him and spray him down. Just get in his face. Okay. Alright. Okay, so your team is still pushing though. You guys are still in this. If you can kill this guy, that'd be great. Shaolin gets this guy. So that's good. That Pip is raining down stuff, but he's not getting on the point. Okay. Alright. Okay, Right. Alright. Okay, so to go over all the big things. Okay. For Fernando, work on when you're flanking, right? Work on when you're flanking. Get point control first, then worry about zoning and like flanking and stuff like that. You know, as for targets to attack, don't attack a tank. Don't attack a full health tank, especially a Torv. He has a lot of health, a big HP shield, and he gets his ult very quickly off of you. Work on that. If you're gonna attack a tank tank that's like weak or like at half health or something like that. Or if you're attacking a tank, help your damage attack the tank. Like take the aggro and damage for your damage so they can melt down the tank. All right. So work on that. Your alts, work on those two. Again, alt, like team alts. Alt when people are weak. You don't have to alt when you're weak. You can alt when your teammates are weak. If you're full health and you know 2 of your teammates, like your healer and 1 of your damages, are weak, alt. Go ahead, save them. Save them. Give them space for the healer to heal themselves back up again, you know? That's fine. You don't always have to you don't always have to alt when you're low health or anything like that. If you can save yourself when you're low health as well as teammates, by all means go for it, but don't alt alone. If you are low health, alt when you have a barrier. Try to keep a barrier around so like, you know, again, you can have it when you come out of alt and you're low health, stuff like that. What was the other thing? Barrier usage. Don't like waste your barriers like that. When you're using it, if you're using Aegis, you can afford to, I guess, a little bit more, but if you're running like Fireball, which is pretty much, you know, the legendary 2 run, the Scourge legendary, if you're running that, you gotta make proper usage of your barriers. Like barrier yourself to get out when you are low health, barrier to protect low health teammates, stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, thank you for this gameplay. There's definitely a lot of stuff to work with. I definitely see a lot of Fernandos making like the mistakes you make as well. I see a lot, so hopefully this doesn't only just help out you, it helps out other people as well. But yeah, there's definitely a lot to talk about there. Definitely a lot of mistakes to go over. So I hope you take this and you improve on that, cause yeah, that's the whole point of this, right? And all right, so that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.
Oh, that. Dark.